Okay, alright, while I'm waiting on the transmission fluid to heat up from my last video, I just wanted to cover a quick video on why I recommend these cars as being very competitive against the newer cars of today in terms of meeting your needs, because you can pick them up really cheap, alright? I do have an app on my phone where I've been tracking every expense of this daily driver since I purchased it in August of 2016. Alright, this car was purchased with a salvage title, so it did have to be rebuilt and inspected by the Ohio State Highway Patrol for safety reasons before I was allowed to put plates on it and drive it. The first day that it started on the road was November 1st of that year. Now, alright, when I bought this car, alright, we were averaging about 29 miles to a gallon. I had one with an all-highway trip out of 32.8 in the time, but it was pretty consistent, 29.2, 28.5. All right. Now, here's why I say these cars are very competitive. All right, they are US EPA fuel economy rated for the Sport Coupe at 24 city, 34 highway for the 95 model year that I have. Alright, what you're looking at is the custom intake from my first video, the XL high energy ignition coils, Granatelli Motorsports 8mm wires. They have 0 ohms per foot of resistance. The 9192 header that I explained in the exhaust video with the Y pipe. Alright, I do run 5W30 synthetic motor oil. I'm sorry, 5W40. And I run E3 Diamond Fire spark plugs. Alright, and the reason I say these cars are consistent, alright, looking at the interior, this car is still a work in progress, needs paint job, okay, manual locks, manual windows, manual mirrors. The only thing it really seems to have is the power sunroof. The headliner does need a little bit of work and replacement. I did find out that the sunroof is not a factory sunroof. That's why it still works, actually. The factory ones were pretty bad from what I understand, so if you find a Saturn with a sunroof, expect it to not work. But it's a pretty plain Jane car. There's not a lot on them, which means there's not a lot of things that break. A lot of today's newer cars come with backup cameras, all kinds of little technological electronic doodads. And I'm telling you right now, everything wears out eventually, so that's more stuff that's going to break. Larger repair bills in the future. Alright, it's pretty plain Jane back here. No flex fuel, no E85, no compressed natural gas. In terms of engine bay, we got a dual overhead cam. That's about it. No turbocharger, no variable valve timing, no fancy clogged up pollution controls and stuff. It's pretty cut and dry. Alright, now these cars do have a problem. Alright, they do have a problem with oil consumption. And looking at where I keep my oil funnel, it's almost like GM knew you would need it. So, I mean, because it fits so perfectly that I can shut the hood and it won't even crush that. Okay? Alright, so there is a little bit of a rule of thumb with the Saturn S series called check your damn oil. Alright, that's about the only way to kill these cars is letting the oil level get low, which will blow a cam bearing or throw a connecting rod outside your block. But in terms of fuel economy, today's cars, they probably get, I'd say 30, 35. Most of them are still rated about 28 city, 38 to 40 on the highway. They have made some advancements. But looking over it, okay, so we seen what I was getting when I first bought it. I was getting about 29, sometimes 32 on the highway. So I was right about where the EPA estimated it. And the last couple fills. Now, as we see, okay, we got the transmission fluid filter change. Odometer's 193,999. 193,999. So we can see we are doing this in real time. All right. So we got 35.2, 36.4. Did the oil last week. 35.7, 34.2. And there you have it, folks. With a little bit of TLC and a little bit of proper maintenance and care and a little bit of knowledge on cars, these cars are as every bit as competitive as buying a newer car and you won't have to necessarily eat a nasty monthly payment in full coverage insurance. If you search for, Auto Trader, Craigslist, a lot of times these Saturn S series can be picked up. They run, they drive, and you can pick them up for $800-900 because they have a lot of miles on them. And cars with a lot of miles don't tend to hold a good resale value. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop me a line. And thanks for watching.